Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Zachariah the Ghostwriter. Guys, I just titled this video, black text, because of, black text is just a topic or something that we don't even speak more about, but it's something that as black people, it will always be there. So I just want to share some stuff with you because I know there will be people who are in the situation that I was in, and there is a way out, guys. Don't look at black text as something which is bad. Look at it as you giving a helping hand to your siblings or to your parents who cannot afford certain things. It is not actually a black text. It's something that you can do out of your good heart of saying, let me help where I'm helping. I'm sharing this not because of I'm trying to brag. I'm sharing this because of I know that there is no blueprint. Even people who are successful, they are not talking about these things a lot. Okay, I was once in a situation whereby as an older brother, I have, 5 siblings, we just lost our mom. And of course, automatically as the older brother, you become a parent, you have to look after them and do certain things. And it's so difficult when you are now automatically a parent of somebody who is over 20, people who are 26, 28, 30, because of now, they want the same things that you want, and they don't understand why you cannot afford those things for them. It's easier to be a parent to a 10-year-old or to a 5-year-old because the things that they want is things which are minor. You can easily deal with them and you can buy them those things all the time. So when it comes to siblings who are almost your age and you have to look after them, it becomes a problem, and that causes something like a fight or a hatred between the siblings. Others will be telling you that, don't control our lives. We are not going to follow your command or whatever. You think you are our parents and all those type of stuff. Those things do happen. It's natural. Siblings do fight all the time, but it's all love. But I just want to share some of the things that I did so that I can put them in a position whereby they can become independent. Because of now the frustration and the fight, it is there simply because of we are stuck. We are all at the rock bottom, and you must always remember that there is no other way down because you are at the rock bottom. You have to go up. That's it. There is the only way to go, And I remember when I had a conversation with my siblings, because you need to time, how you're going to speak with them. Because I realized that, older brothers or older sisters, we struggle a lot to communicate with the young ones because they think they understand things, they think they know things because of they see so and so wearing this expensive brand, driving cars and everything, and they want to wear that, not understanding that you have to put in the work so that you can get to the position whereby you can afford those expensive clothes. What I did, I took, my siblings, my younger brother, and I went to a restaurant with him. We sat down and I ordered a meal and we were eating. Everything is fine. I'm the older brother taking care of my younger brother, and I spoke with him. I'm like, my brother, listen, you are at the rock bottom right now. Things are bad. And what are you planning to do with your life? And he was like saying, look, man, I hope this year I'll get a job. I'm like, you cannot rely on hope. Hope is not going to change things. You need to start making things happen. People are not going to give you opportunities because of your hope you will get an opportunity. You need to provide something to people so that they can give you something in return. Show them that you are willing to give your time to solve their problems, and they are going to listen to what you are saying. We had a great conversation. He listened because we are eating. Just find a soft spot, find a way that you can make things happen. If your brother or your sister is the person who likes alcohol, go buy that alcohol, sit down with them while you're busy drinking, have that positive conversation with them so that they can understand where you're coming from. I don't drink, I don't smoke, but I don't have a problem to sit with my sibling who drink and we can chat about something because I understand he drink. We sat down and we spoke, and I was like saying, you're at the rock bottom, and I know you want things which are very expensive and I cannot afford those things, and you cannot call me every month, my brother, complaining about you don't have food, because even if I'm sending you money, it is not going to be enough. Even if I give you 500 or I give you 1,000 rand, it's not going to be enough because next month you're going to call because of the food is finished. It's just the way it is. But let me try to help you with something so that you can be able to get a salary and do things for yourself. So I told him that, man, the best way to do is for you to get a security certificate so that you can easily get a job because of I'm around Rosebank. I know there's companies that are hiring a lot, And if you do have a security certificate, you can upgrade your studies now by going and do the driver's license. I can help you with that, and you can upgrade your studies and do stuff that you want to do. But you have to start somewhere. You cannot just get the thing that you want immediately. We spoke, and he agreed. He said, no, that's perfectly fine. After that, I went to speak with my younger sister also. I'm like, my sister, listen, this is the situation. You are at the rock bottom. And I took them to the same restaurant, and I had a conversation with them, and she was like saying, I understand, man, you are telling me the truth, because she was also not working, because I couldn't deal with the fact of saying who is going to call me this month, because if it's not my sister, it's going to be my brother, and I still have other siblings who also need me to help them with stuff, and the salary that I get, it wasn't, or it is not enough so that it can cover the things that I want personally, and to invest into my business, to invest into my book, to invest into my channel. I cannot do that while I'm busy doing that, looking after them. That's why people are calling it black tax. But I had to sit down and say, what can I do with the little salary that I have so that we can all be in a good space? Because it looks like we are on the other side of the River Jordan. We are poor. Our parents has been working as domestic workers, guarding boys and stuff, and working for other people. But we have to change that family tree. We need to be in a position whereby we can sit in the boardroom and speak the language that everybody speaks. We can negotiate the biggest business deals so that we can have money and drive all expensive cars and buy apartments and stay into places that we can. But that's my mentality. That's how I think, and I don't care about how other people think, because that's how I think, and I see that it's possible and I can achieve it. But I had that conversation with them when I was still staying in Tembisa, and they didn't say it. But I decided to be on the one-man boat from Tembisa to Rosebank and stay to where I stay, because I believed in myself. Sometimes when you are like telling people that, guys, we cannot all be poor forever, we need to move and get to the other side of the River Jordan. Here's the boat, jump in, let's go together. They didn't want to do that. So I jumped on one-man boat and I took my chance, and I'm on the other side. The problem is that when you're on the other side, they start looking at you different, like, oh, now you are eating while you're doing this and that. Now you got money, you're doing this and that. It's not about that. It's about crossing to the other side of the river. Because if you wait longer, you are going to lose people on this side of the river, and you are not going to go to the other side. That's how it is. Being rich or being poor is the mentality. Sometimes when you surround yourself with people who got money, eventually you're going to get money. But if you surround yourself with people who don't have money, if there is 10 rand, everybody's fighting for that 10 rand because they all want to buy bread because they're hungry. But if you with people who got money, bread is nothing for them. So you're going to have lot of breads, and at the end of the day, you can start a business of selling those breads. So that's how I think. That's the mentality. When I moved to this side, long story short, I was like, okay, guys, I know Stallion is a great security, school. If you go to Stallion, you pass Stallion, and you have the qualifications, you are going to easily get a job. My sister, she saw things differently. She was like saying, I don't want to go with Stallion. I know the company called Zavalaza at Jamestown. I want to go with Zavalaza. And I tried to show her the benefit of going with the school, which is well known, which is respected. I was like, listen, if you have Zavalaza certificate and you're looking for a job, they're still going to ask you who trained you, what, a lot of questions, because of it is not known. But if you have a Stallion certificate, they have a great reputation, they are well known, they've been working with big companies, and everybody knows Stallion. It's the biggest company in South Africa. Let's go with Stallion because of their price were not different. Stallion was like 1.5 for grade E, D, and C. Zavalaza was like 1.5, I think, if not 1.4 for E, D, and C. For those 3 grades. I'm like, guys, let's go with Stallion. My brother said, no problem, I'll go with Stallion. Okay, we went to Johannesburg. There is their offices there. We spoke with them, and they told us that they don't take money there. They gave us the account number. We went to, Captain Park, and we deposited the money. They gave us the slip, and now I sat down with my brother. I'm like, okay, listen, this is how we're going to do things. Now we paid for your 3 courses at Stallion. I'm going to buy you a ticket for the whole month. It's transportation. You don't have to worry about transport. You're going to use a train. And here is 600 bucks. It looks like it is not enough, but this money will last you for the whole month. Don't worry about buying KFC and stuff. You cook your own lunchbox. So when you go to school, you are going to eat your own food. You don't have enough money. This is how this 300 works. I've been where you are. I understand how it works. The first 300 from this 600, you divide it this way. You go and you buy 12.5 of maize meal, which is like $100. You go, you buy 60 eggs, which is like maybe $120. You go, you bake a bag of potatoes, which is like $40. You buy oil. That will cover that, because those are the bankers. If you are not eating potatoes today, that means you're eating eggs. That's what it is. If you still have change there, buy sugar, buy tea bags, so that you can have tea. That's what I told you. To the other $300, what is going to happen, because now you have transport, is the day you feel like you don't want to eat pap and you want to buy bread, you can go to ShopRite, buy a loaf of bread. It's $4.99. That's $5. With $10, you get 2 loaves of bread, and you got 2 days, you are solid, and you can have a cup of tea, because you bought 40 tea bags, you got sugar, and you are solid. And now, if you feel like you want to eat something, now you are going to the Ramadan space, you are banking, you are not spending money, you don't buy tin fish, you don't buy beef, you don't buy steak. You go to that woman who's always there with a clean white bucket, selling chicken mala, selling chicken feet. You are going to buy them so that you can use them as a banker. Because I know that with R2 we used to get 5 chicken feet. Don't worry about who says what. That woman, she is right there because of people are buying that. You are going to cook your pap and eat chicken feet. And sometimes when you are buying that a lot, sometimes you get like chicken heads. I think it was R1 for 5. You get it. And if you keep on buying to that woman, sometimes she knows that if you don't have money, you have only R2, she can always give you chicken heads, because people don't want to buy that. Remember, you are at the rock bottom. You are not eating fancy. You are eating so that you can get food. And you are eating so that you can be mentally prepared and focus on your class, so that it's only 3 weeks. You can pass your class, and once you get a job, you can go to any restaurant where you want. I spoke with him, and he was telling me about these quarter things. I said, don't worry about that, about the breakfast. If you want a solid breakfast, you just make eggs, you just cut your potatoes, and you make yourself chips. I don't know, some other people, they call it French fry. You make yourself, chips, and you have a solid breakfast. That's how it is. There is that Pakistan right there who is selling acha and is normally selling the spoon of acha with R1 or 150. Just go there and buy that. That $600 is going to cover you for the whole month. All you need to do is to make sure that you go to school, you attend the class, and you pass the test. And he did exactly what I told him. After 3 weeks, he passed his, 3 grades, and he started looking for a job. And I told him that I know you don't have a phone. This is the Samsung Galaxy that I was using. I gave him the first phone that I was using when I recorded the first video. I'm like, here's the phone. Make sure that the WhatsApp is working. When you get there, listen, when you get there, make friends with people who are attending the same class with you, because you are going to need these people. These people are the ones who are going to get jobs as security guards. And if you keep on talking to them, some of them, they will get jobs, and they're going to tell you how they got hired, which company is hiring. And once you go to that company, you are going to get a job because of you came from the same school with them. But if you go there, you sleep, you don't exchange the numbers, you are going to be stuck with the certificate. You don't have connections. It's not about what you have. It's about who you know. So if you know people, you talk to these people, they will tell you when they are going to look for a job. They will tell you if there is a company which is hiring. They will tell you how the other companies are paying people. So I told him that so that he must make friends with everyone. My brother is my brother. He didn't do what I told him, but lucky good enough, he got a job because of once he went to this other security company which is hiring, they saw the certificate from Stallion because of he went to the class and he did everything and he knows everything about the security business. It became easier for him. And they told him that you have the certificate, why are you not working? And he said, I'm still waiting to get a job, this and that. They gave him a job without the uniform. They said they cannot let him go. Guess what? He sent me a picture wearing the oversized uniform, and he was like saying, Grootman is my big brother. I got a job. And I don't have the uniform. They said they're going to order my size. But in the meantime, they gave me the uniform so that I can go to work. That was painful for me, knowing that sometimes we avoid doing the little that we can, focusing on doing big things. And once he sent me that picture, although I'm celebrating with him because now he finally achieved something, he can have a job and do stuff that he wants to do, my heart was painful because I am putting my brother now in a position whereby he will be working as a security guard for 12 hours. He will be working the whole night. It was painful, but the positive thing was that we achieved the target. If he feels like he's not comfortable working as a security guard, he can have a driver's license or he can do something different with the salary that he's getting. Of course, he's drinking. Then he will post expensive bottles of alcohol. He is his own man. I'm the brother. I can do what I can do. But when we grow up, although we came from the same family, we will all choose different lifestyles, And I'm happy for that because now he's independent. He's no longer calling and begging people to give him money so that he can eat. Now he's his own man. Now on my sister's side, because of I was telling her the importance of stallion and she decided to go with Zabalaza, she is still holding the certificate and she couldn't get a job. That's so painful. And now it's not the time of saying, I told you so. It's the time of what can we do to improve the situation. Can we do grade B so that you can become a supervisor? Are you in that mental state? But she's not there. But she's my beautiful sister. I just wanted to say that, guys, because sometimes we don't have the blueprint of that. No one is telling us about parenting. No one tells us about that. And sometimes there will be situations whereby you are forced to do certain things which are foreign to you, because it's normal to be a father to a baby that you can easily tell what to do and what not to do, and they will pay attention and listen to you. But when you are automatically inheriting, your siblings to become your children, it becomes a problem. And even people who used to act like they can give you advices, they don't give you advices. When you phone them, they're not taking your phone calls. So you need to understand that, So if you are in that situation, you need to know that you are not alone. But it is not a black text when you're giving somebody a helping hand so that they can all change their lifestyle. Listen, we all know it's only few percentage of black people who are born rich. The majority of us, we got nothing to lose. We come from the poor background. All we can do is to hustle. Listen, people didn't want to take my phone calls. I didn't care. Since I couldn't tell people my problems, I decided to look at the camera and tell the cameras my problems. I decided to look at the exercise books and start writing my problems to the exercise books. Guess what? 2 years later, I have a novel. Sometimes when people are acting the way they want to act, you know what? Walk like you bought the land they're walking on. Walk like you are the landlord. Look, man, I just want to say that, and let's stop saying these things are black text, guys. Because some situations are there and they're going to happen and there's no way out. You can tell people that I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, because the most painful part is that our family members, the elders, the uncles and the aunties, they might be far, doing whatever they're doing with their husbands and girlfriends, but the day they hear that their sister or their brother passed away is the day they show up, is the day they're going to put rules and tell you what to do, what not to do. We all know the stories of the aunties and uncles, but you need to know that we have to cross to the other side of the River Jordan. And I am just telling you guys, because it's possible, it can be done. And don't be afraid, take your chance. God is not done yet. That's why I'm sharing these things. Maybe I'm sharing these things with you. Some of you guys, you will look at my videos and like, oh, why this guy is personal? I'm telling you what I know, what I saw, what I experienced. It's either you take it, you don't take it. I'm giving it for free. You don't take it for free. You are going to pay to get it while I am publishing my book. Everything that I'm saying, in most cases, I already wrote about these things in my book. And I appreciate you guys showing me love and support. Thank you.